Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Papa Bale, and welcome to the channel. I made a few adjustments. I moved everything in closer to the rotor, and I doubled up on the push. So these are all pushing, those are all pushing. This little one right here is pulling, and this unit here is pushing. So if we just give it a little push, yeah, I think that's already pretty good considering how, like, barely any pressure at all, just a little follow through, so we get a little bit of motion. But I think that and come on guys, I mean, motion and perpetual motion are two way, like, it's not even, give me a freaking break, you know what I mean? So there's that, and I think it works kind of better with them closer, but I don't know, honestly, because I mean, if some of them are closer and then maybe other ones were farther away, so that there's less friction from the magnets. But having this, I think having this one's pulling. Everything's pushing except this disc right here, and I think that's actually a good thing. It's working quite well to have it be pulled in to this rocket launcher. It's going to shoot it, and this is going to keep it going, and then that's going to keep it going, and it's going to get pulled. That little bit of tug is good. But as you can see, that was pretty neat. It's level with the top of the donuts and the top of the other magnets over there. So, and it's floating. I think that's the coolest part of this whole thing, is that it's floating there, about 2 inches above the other disc. Nothing but pull there, nothing but pull. And see, I'll push it down, and it's just a cushion of. Now we're going to give it a whip real quick, because I think this is gold right here. And we might be able to adjust the stator around the outside here and push it in a little bit more. But, you know, the glue is just not going to hold eventually. Little whip. Little whip. Yeah, if it wasn't levitating, it wouldn't be spinning like this. If it wasn't floating on that cushion of magnetic energy, it wouldn't be spinning like it is right now. It wouldn't spin for as long as it does, you know? Because it removes, you know, it's got to rest on something. You know, the gravity and the weight, just, it's got to rest on something. And here it's resting on magnetic fields. And it's just chilling there. So it can be done, you know what I mean? With permanent magnets. You might need a pull to start out, but then when you refine it, you might even be able to take the pull out of there. But I don't have the tools, or like the wherewithal, the training. Freaking dad who did this stuff, I didn't have any of that. So I'm trying to teach myself the best I can. And I've learned a lot, especially, from comments. I've gotten, honestly, very few comments, but every one of them has been helpful. Even the perpetual motion comments. I mean, like, come on. Get real. I'm not going to trip on perpetual motion in my bedroom with a rudimentary pulse motor rotor and some neodymium magnets. And of course, there's that legendary, like, story where that's the case, but I'm not Rembrandt, man. I'm not going to make that happen. I'm going to keep working on this, though. Maybe something will happen, but that's not why I'm doing it. I think I'm really onto something with this reduction in friction, though. And I've had a lot of thought about, what you would need to fly on levitation flying. And you would need something like this. And I was thinking Tesla coils, or something like them that could produce a magnetic field in the electrical field. Have it be one and the same. So you have this huge cushion of north polarized magnetic energy, like positive or negative. You know what I mean? You know exactly what I'm trying to say, right? That you have a stationary energy that you can create the opposing. So like a north-north type deal. You have the Tesla coil producing a north field. And then you have something like my levitation disc, where they're packed so close together that the south field is masked. So, you don't have to use any electricity necessarily if you don't want to. But you can, of course. But, you get it spinning. That's what I would imagine that it would be spinning. Spinning so fast that those magnets down there on the bottom one become a single band of magnetic energy. And the communication with the disc above it is just that it's a single band of magnetic energy, and that's what the disc on the top is picking up. So the Tesla coil basically would be the disc on the bottom. Now the disc on the top would be the disc on the wheel, or the energy that comes. It would be on the wheel, the hub of the wheel. So you can ride this on the ground, or you can drive it in the sky. But those wheels, they just turn, kind of like the DeLorean in Back to the Future. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of exactly what it would be like, except we'd use what we have to recreate that. You can't. I mean, if we can figure out how to recreate an atmosphere in a space literally as big as this setup right here, like the hub of a wheel of a car, then you can do anything you want inside that, pretty much. Like your own little Earth in there. And you could create opposing fields. But really, you just go against the Tesla coil. And this disc would be on top or on the transportation and whatever, and then it would scoot along. The fact that it spins on that means that if you do the math right, you can scoot that along. It'll scoot along. It could probably go pretty freaking fast too, since there's literally no friction. The only friction is how deeply you dig into the magnetic field, because if you get down to a certain level, it's going to be pretty bumpy. So it wouldn't be transportation for like freight. I don't know, maybe it could work for freight. That would be pretty cool. But you could keep going up and up and up and up. You could go literally to the top of the world with transportation. And that's just for people that aren't into like jumping into a wormhole. You know what I mean? That's just for people that like vehicles. That's just for people that like to drive. That's me. I like doing that kind of thing. And but automated sounds cool too. I'm not gonna lie, automated sounds pretty dope. Would love to be doing other stuff while I'm driving long distances. Oh, wow, look at that. So it's cool to look at stuff, but it's not perpetual, but it's definitely exponential. And that is the truth. That is the truth, because with the least amount of energy, we can make it go around like 7 or 8 times. You put that same amount of energy into it without any magnets around it, you're not going to go around that many times, I don't think. But now, with this setup, it's literally gone around like 40 times, maybe more. I haven't been counting, but it hasn't stopped since I twirled it the last time. There we go. I just can't get over this, man. That's awesome. Maybe put some slickness on the pole. Now, see, I can get them real close, but I think they're gonna not stay where they're supposed to stay if I get them too much closer. And they're huge magnets, man. They're not like refined. It's not refined at all. It's not mathematic in any way, except for the magnets on the rotor. I used a protractor, and those are dead on. Just the placement. I don't know if you can see them anymore, but there's lines on the rotor. 72 lines on the lev disc. Down here, there's 72 different lines on that one. On both sides, I believe. So that's 144 magnets on the base of the lev disc, and then I put, I think, 22 round magnets and 52s on laying on top of those. Glued them down. So I think the extra buoyancy, like the extra lift there, is giving it a lot of motion. Tremendous amount of motion. All right. Well, that's all I got. Thank you very much. Please subscribe. Have a great night. Peace out.